Well, again, my name is Dr. Cheryll Holmes. I am a psychologist and family therapist, and once a year I get a chance to go into the ManCave. I have a card that expires on September 31st, but while I'm in there, I'm trying to get all the tea, all the sauce, just get to know what I need to know so that I can come out and be a better woman, a better wife, a better educator, influencer, and all that. So tonight we have some, masters. We have the troublemakers who's going to be there, but I love them because I think some of these people, they have been with me for the past 4 years that we've been doing this, and you can depend on them to be fully transparent and give us the good kind of tea. We want to encourage you to sign up for the life coaching certification that we're having on September 4th. So far we have certified over 700 individuals throughout the world in setting themselves up, not just as coaches, but they're writing books, they're being influencers. In fact, today, both Charles and Bruce, I just spoiled it, that they're the ones that's here. They have done our certification and they're just rocking and rolling. We also have an amazing tool to give to those pastors and counselors who are working with couples, premarital and marriage counseling. I've been to seminary as well, and I know that for the most part, you may do a semester of marital counseling and it's not as in-depth. So I want to be able to not just give you the tool, but show you some of the therapies that you can use in working and identifying what's going on with your couples. This training that we have for these pastors and those who are dealing with couples would show you and introduce you to the relationship even before you actually meet clients. You get a chance to see their levels and the health of the relationship when it comes to communication, confidentiation, and a slew of other things. So sign up for that course before it fills up. We do just 11 hours. Boom, you get it. Not only would you be certified with Holmes Training Academy, but also with the company that we've partnered with. So we're doing the John Maxwell way of coaching, and we also partner with another company and who would put you on their website as a counselor facilitator. So, we're doing some really great things over here. And also make sure you sign up for our couples retreat that's going to be in Orlando in 2022. We want to see you there. Wait anymore. I'm going to bring, two amazing people on first, and then we'll bring the other amazing people on after. But I want you to say hi to the alpha man. Bruce, what's going on? What are you up to?
I am chilling on a Saturday morning. I'm excited. I just discovered this new book that I am ordering as we speak. Her Lap, His Safe Place.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm hoping, I'm going to get a chance I'm going to get the author to talk to me by himself later on.
I'm clicking the button as we speak.
I am going
to get a couple.
Yeah, I'm going to get that too because I'm very, and we're going to get a chance to talk to him today. So tonight. All right, Bruce, we'll be right back with you. Let's see who else we have here. You know this face, right? You know this face. I keep telling people that you're an amazing singer and you have a lot of music that's out there. I want to see you, Charles.
Blossom in my singing. Yes, I will. I know.
Yeah.
Quiet as kept. I still do my, in the background. I dabble with when I hear certain stuff, I'll pick up the pen and say, hey, what maybe I could put something together to this. So I still enjoy it. Yeah.
Listen, you want to not just keep it to yourself. You know, people know you as a speaker. You're an
Yeah.
influencer. They also
Yeah.
want to be able to share music. Anything
Right.
new happened since last week we spoke?
I've just been quiet. Let's just say, I would say, here lately, I have been gearing up for transition. I won't say where, but transition. So that's kind of been, kind of overwhelming my world right now. But that's it. Yeah.
Uh, that's good. No matter
Yeah.
where you are, we thank
Yeah.
God that we're still going to have you here on
Absolutely.
social media. All
Yeah.
right, I'll be right back with you. Let's just see who else we have in the cave. We have the man, the bishop. You know, when Bishop starts talking about who he is, not when he starts talking, but when you find out who he is and his level of influence, we're so honored to have you here. He looks so quiet and so calm, but this is the storm. I got a chance to see that there's a whole lot of, you just do not be. I think he was dancing at some point. Bishop, how are you doing this night? Oh, you're muted. Sorry.
I got that from my grandfather. He said less, but when he said it, it was powerful. So I think people talk too much sometimes, and I think they should say less and do more. And then when you do speak, let it be like, wow.
Yes.
I think if a person
Underestimate
has to tell you what they do and what they can do, they really can't do nothing. And so it's good to be back with you. I don't
Yes,
do
it's
this that
good.
much. I don't come back with people that much. My daughter Marlinda, she was like, "You said you want to do this again?" I said, "Yeah, it was fun." She cool.
Good. Tell us a little bit about your book that's coming out. You don't want to miss
The
that.
do's and don'ts of dating. No rapid fire questions, ladies. What do you do?
Woo!
How long you been married? How long was you married before? Do you want any kids? How many kids you got? Where you from? What you do? Blah 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 blah. Stop all that. You ain't gonna get a second date. So I am giving principles, 100 and some pages of principles of what to say, what not to do, the seasons you go through in dating, and it'll be out sometime in September. Pre-order GregDavisShow.com, GregDavisShow.com. I'm assigning everybody that pre-orders right now.
You see, that's good. You can pre-order, and we'll put that link in the comments so that you can follow Bishop, get that book. We don't want you to like only, buy. That's better.
Yeah. Yes.
Bishop, we'll be right back with you. Okay, so new to the this is the first time I'm seeing it. I have to remind myself, the man invite me to the man cave. It's not my cave. So Prophet, I thank you so much for inviting me into the man cave. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Prophet Claiborne, Mike Claiborne, all over social media. I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor, I'm a motivational speaker. I tell people I'm a relationship coach with a concentration on marriage. I believe in helping marriage win. And I moved from counseling to coaching because I simply said, listen, every time I see somebody win, there's always a coach attached to it. Whether it's a World Series, a Super Bowl, championship game, there's always a coach attached to it. And the problem with marriage is that they don't have the post-counseling, the post-coaching. They always have in the beginning, but they don't have somebody that can walk with them. A real coach is running up and down the field with you, helping you win. And then I'm an author of an amazing book called Her Lap, His Safe Place. And so I'm excited about today. I'm excited to be here with you and with these guys. My God, it's going to be absolutely awesome.
It's going to be amazing. It's really going to be amazing. Now, we're gonna just jump in. I have a topic as something that I want to talk about, and I want to find out that there are two things that I want to find out. Right now, we have some men who are, let's say, over 40, some over 50, who always talks about his maturity and he is going to be 52 or something like that. So this man who is an experienced man, a man who have been around. I know the Bruce Charles story, and they have been very transparent in terms of some of their wild days. And Jesus stepped in and they had a second dose of Jesus because the first one didn't stick as well. But you meet a woman now in she's everything that you want her to be, all things being equal. And you really like her. And she is a virgin. Can a man right now in this atmosphere handle a virgin?
Depends on the type. Is she a willing? It depends on whether she's a willing virgin or a rigid virgin. It's two different.
Now you need to break that down for those of us in
a willing virgin could be someone who owns the fact that they're a virgin and the reasons why they waited, but they are fully, they're fully capable of saying, "Listen, I am who I am. If you are patient with me, if you would teach me, or I'm available to be taught, or whatever, we can make this happen the way it needs to be happening." And then you have the rigid virgin. I like what Bishop Greg Davis was talking about in his book about how we come up with the rapid fire questions. You have the person who comes off with the rapid fire demands. Well, I'm ready, but I don't know, but maybe this, and she has all these rules, and you got to step over these mines and be careful about this, that, and the other. It makes the process difficult and awkward a little bit. Yeah.
Any other comments on that? I like that this distinction between her rigidity, because why she is, and she is in her 50s, right? Yeah. So would why she is a virgin be of interest to a man?
Well, go ahead, Bishop. I was fine until she said 50. I'm like,
yeah, it's a no.
You need to be at a Mount of Transfiguration.
It's a no for me.
Okay. Tell me, Bishop.
It's a no for me. Somebody that's a virgin at 50 years old is admirable, but there's it's some suspect. Yeah, it's a reason why, and I don't have time to peel off. No layers. No pun intended. Yeah. I'm 59, and it's a no for me, and I don't mind the teaching part, but it's kind of hard to teach an old dog new tricks, especially a trick they never learned before. And at 50 something, I want to know, why are you a virgin at 50? I mean, it's admirable. You never been married. You never been in no kind of relationship. And so that's a no for me. It's something else going on. It may be psychological. I'm serious. You can understand a woman in their 30s, or 20s or 30s, early 30s. But why you ain't been married? Why you ain't never said yes to nobody? You ain't even been through a divorce. You ain't. I don't have the patience. It's a no. Wow. It's some other stuff going on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Prophet.
I was with her, Charles, until she added that age.
Add a caveat to the part. Yeah.
50. I'm over 50.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a young man's job. That's not a job for me. That's a young man's job. Gonna bring her the energy and all that kind of stuff. That's not a job for me. I don't got that kind of energy. Don't got that kind of time. I don't got that. Me and Bishop is going to agree. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. I'm just not doing at 50 something. And here's the thing: there is enough younger men that she could learn from, and then whatever she learns, it becomes exciting. It's not the fact that you ain't been married or in a relationship. You have not had any sex, because you're a virgin, so you've had no sex.
None.
Okay, I know that women every 10 years energy level go this way. Every 10 years.
Wow.
So by 50, she need 30. That's what she needs. She needs 30. She needs
a younger
30.
man.
Yes, she absolutely needs that, because there's a lot. Listen, it's like the vice versa. Sometimes an older guy gets a younger girl, and they got that level where it works out. That would be one I would pass over to the younger brothers and simply say, "Okay, go ahead, have it." I just don't got the time. It's a no for me.
It's a no for. Okay, all right, Bruce.
I can't do it. I'm sorry if she went 50 years in this society in America, if she went 50 years.
Yeah, but she did what the Bible says. She didn't want to have sex outside of marriage, and she didn't get married. You know, she was serving the Lord, and now she's.
Then she is so anointed. I need to follow her up onto the mountain and watch her transfigure. You know what I'm saying? If she has that type of discipline, but like the bishop said, it has to be some other things going on, some other things psychologically that has her bound, or some philosophies that come from her parents or grandparents or something that got her twisted up.
Background and all that kind of stuff.
No, did she just believe that the Lord said the Bible says
to wait. Yeah.
And she waited.
No,
You
can't be touched.
Your life.
How?
You kidding me?
Yeah.
You have your life. Nobody has come. Hell, I'd even take the wrong one came. And you
wow.
No.
You ain't fall at all.
No.
She never fell at all in 50 years.
Even if she didn't fall, bro.
You ain't even found nobody you want to marry.
That's the part.
You know, here's Dr. Cheryl. What may be a really good question one day when you return to your she shed is, what is a virgin? And I say that because I'm gonna dig into the vault. I remember instances where they were self-proclaimed Christian virgins, right? This is me coming along in the churchhood or whatever, but they were willing to do everything else but so from but still there were lots of things that were intimacy related, you know, or even let's just say orally related. However, they still looked at it as it was just like, yeah, this is this and this, but in my mind, I'm thinking, if you're speaking virgin, you're saying I'm untouched, I'm untapped, period. So if you're allowing certain areas of access to you, are you still considering yourself a virgin just because you haven't necessarily been penetrated? You know,
a lot of people would, because when especially now, when I'm talking to clients and especially young people, you really have to ask the right question if you want the right answer.
Got it.
Because if they think vaginal penetration, even if they do anal sex, they do oral sex, they do whatever, once it's not that penetration, they consider themselves a virgin. But this particular person, and I'm telling you guys this because I've really had a client and they were going to get married. He was married twice, and this was her first wedding, first marriage. And we had to really go in and teach everything in our sessions as to how to do it. But he took on the challenge, and even teaching him how to work with her in that area, and you know,
it was still a problem. Yeah. Wow.
So there's a no. Charles, is there a maybe? Everybody else says no. Is there a maybe for you?
I think for me, honestly, I'll just like all the fellas said, I will definitely have my reservations and my questions into my left of my mind. But me personally, I think because I kind of view things from an artistic canvas. So if she is the right canvas, I think I can work with it. Unless I'm not sure if I might be prepared for some of these the unopened emotions that I haven't experienced, because that sex will bring that out. You don't know what you're dealing with until you dig into that. So you know. Yeah.
So any sister that's listening and she is over 50 and a virgin is in trouble in the male.
Yeah, for sure. She's in trouble. She's highly scrutinized from the male population.
That's a lot of patience. Yeah. A lot of patience.
But you're saying patience with the act of sex or patience with her generally?
For me, I'm saying patience with the act.
Well, put it this way: if how we men are about our cars, you ever notice sometimes you may have a car that's sitting in the garage. It may be a beautiful vehicle, but when you take it out and you're ready to go ride it, sometimes the tires are flat, and when you go to pump it up, it won't work. And they'll say, "Why?" Because they've dry rotted from sitting.
Oh,
and so in this scenario, physically over time, sometimes those fluids may not flow because too much time have came and they've dry rotted. So you just never know. Right. You just never know.
No.
The reason I say patience with the act, for me is because when you come from, I mean, it don't matter how saved I am and all that stuff, man. But when you come from swinging from the chandeliers, even in your in previous marriage, it's going to take a lot of patience to go from that in your muscle memory to nothing.
Yeah.
To having to start from scratch. That requires a lot of patience.
So are we saying that a woman who has experience is a better fit?
It's a better suited experience. It's a better suited experience because she's able to kind of meet you where your desires are. Just depends. Yeah. Depends on the woman. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, when you kick these tires, all of our tires, we got a little mileage on them. Okay.
Correct.
And so, you want somebody that's already experienced or somebody that's teachable. It's not just that she hasn't had sex.
Yeah.
It's that where is her mental state?
Yeah, it's the psychological. That's
because she has not had sex, or what is the reason why that you're still by yourself?
Yeah.
And after 50,
yeah,
after 50 years,
yeah,
you're still by yourself.
right.
No, that's not even. I don't even think it's. I think you made that up, Dr. ain't nobody around like that.
Oh, we talked some time ago.
She could have ran all the men away for a reason, and I don't have time for that.
I know. Yeah.
Talked about some time ago, I don't know if either Charles or Bruce was there, was talking about what we refer to as the holiness woman, the woman.
Oh, the spooky woman. Yeah.
Who grew up in that, that era where, you wore your long skirts and your jeans and everything else. It really does a number on the mind. The thing about this woman too is also she is premenopausal, or maybe menopausal. Oh, so there's no room. I'm just looking at your facial expressions. It's like there's no room.
There's no room at the cross.
Okay. All right. So let's rest that. And my other question for you, and I really hope we can get some answers. How does a woman unlock an emotionally unavailable man's heart? Is it that he is emotionally unavailable and that's it? Or is there a way? I want to get the key to an emotionally unavailable man. A prophet, take us.
Yeah.
Well, a man that is emotionally unavailable for one woman may not necessarily be emotionally unavailable for another woman.
That's good.
You can't assume that he's emotionally unavailable because of his stories. He could come in and told you he didn't do this, that, and the other. You have got to come in with a different mindset. First of all, you got to be able to present your lap. You got to present your lap in such a way that a man, let me tell you about a man. A man will never tell his best friend everything. He ain't gonna tell his mama everything. But his woman can create such a space. He really wants to tell her. The problem is we trust less than women. Women who say they don't trust, okay, whatever level a woman says she don't trust, men trust even less than that.
That's
even, because remember, our whole life, I can have two kids, a little boy, little girl. Little girl fall off the bike, we run over there, we pick her up, we baby her, we let her sit on our lap. Little boy fall off the bike, we make him get up. Come on, stop acting like a punk. Get up, you're a man. So we have suppressed his emotions his whole life.
Yeah.
When a woman gets him now, and I feel bad sometimes for the woman and for the wife, because when you get us, I have suppressed my emotions. You can either leave my emotions in that box, or you can create a lap and create a space that I will open up my emotions to you. And when you do that, now here's the bad part, and I'll drop the mic, Bishop. I ain't on Clubhouse, but I'll go on mute. Here is the bad part about that. If a man ever opens up to you and you take it to your mama, to your girlfriend, to your kids, to anywhere, he will never trust you, and he will never trust another woman. If you ever do that to him, he will never trust you, and he will never trust another woman. That is what I mean by it being emotional. So you can get him to do it. You got to be able to open up your lap so he can have it.
So that's really good. So if he doesn't, is he not going to open up to you again, or the next woman gets an altered man? Does the next woman
he won't open up to you? Okay. You're gonna have to do a lot to get him to open back up to you. You're gonna have to do it because you have broken that trust for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already afraid to open up in the first place. And then if he does open up for you and you break that trust, it's going to be hard. I don't like to say nothing. What's the word Bishop used? Is an absolute. I don't want to say nothing is 100%. But trust me, these men will tell you, if you ever break a man's trust in telling his business, anything he can tell you. If he tell you when he's a child, I got molested. Because men don't like to reveal that. And if he reveals that to you and you tell that, he will never trust. You think he's telling you stuff. He's not telling you.
Nothing.
I promise you he's not. And the person who knows more about him than you is his best friend. Correct. That's why I tell women, become your husband's or your man's friend. If you become his friend, you'll get a lot of stuff. I yield the mic.
That's good stuff.
So I think, first of all, I have a philosophy: trust is earned from anybody. And then if it's broken, it has to be re-earned. And so I think at the end of the day, we established this on our men's show. There are three things in order to get a man to trust you. You have to, first of all, learn him. That comes from observation. There's some questions you don't have to ask. You have to learn him from observation. More is caught than taught. Not a bunch of questions, because a man will tell you anything that you want to hear, but you learn him from watching. Number two, you have to listen to him, truly listen to him, and be able to repeat back what he has said. That's when you really have listened. And then you have to, number three, love him. You do those three things, you will get the walls down, and you will have him on your lap, as Michael says.
Yeah, I like the idea of being on the lap, because there are times that we talk about that and it's a negative thing. So the emotionally unavailable man, the wall can come down. How, Bruce, how does she identify this man? Because one of the things that I experienced an emotionally unavailable man, and I said, Bishop Greg, when we talked, he talked about dating being collecting data, and it's good to date not only with your emotion but with your head, so that you can kind of assess what's going on. But the emotionally available, this man, it's not that you'll get whatever you want, but you know that it is surface. You know that this is where you're going. Not only that, I don't know if this is, that you're not the only one.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
Here's the interesting part about this part, because I'll be honest, I have definitely been that unavailable man. And I have my reasons for when I was that. But the key, I would say to any woman, you shouldn't concern yourself with opening up his can unless you are aware of his intent for you. Because if he doesn't have the right intent for you, what does it matter to open him up? He's just there and you wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? But the kicker is this. Like for me, when I was in that stint, I was in that stint because, you know, like I said, I had been in some burn scenarios. And so for me, I was where it got tricky is with an emotionally unavailable man, he's still human. So he's unavailable emotionally, but he's available physically, if you get my drift.
Yeah,
So he's available physically. He'll show up to the movies for the physical part, but then he cuts off the emotion when you go to digging and trying to look for something of substance from him. And typically this comes, you can crack a man if he sees the psychological safety in you, if he feels safe with you, if he feels comfortable with you, if he feels like you're patient with him. No one wants to feel like you're being snatched out of your process, because typically if he's buried somewhere, he's there for a reason. And only he understands that reason. And if he shared it with you, woe unto you if you throw it back in his face, right? If he shares to you why he's in Lodabar, he's there for a reason. And so he needs a woman to be patient with him and not make him feel like, well, you know what, your process needs to hurry up because I'm not getting any younger and I need you to do this because I have plans. And in my mind, the Lord has already told me you and I are going to be such and such about this time. And so that puts him on a emotional fast track, and it makes him questioning his healing timing. And so sometimes it becomes something that feels like, you know, am I in this entirely for her, or is she really concerned about my wholeness as a man? And so I think if he can get that respect from her, he will open up those blinds and those doors, you know. So
her concern should not be whether he's emotionally available or not.
First thing she should just know is does he have the right intent towards me? First,
and at what stage, Bishop? At what stage in the dating process, in the collecting process, should she ask about his intention, if ever?
So, I would say 30 days after going out, if you're going out consistent with him and talking to him, you might want to just ask, definitely not on the first, second, or third date. But if he's still showing interest, hey, I just want to know, you know, where, you know, which not, I don't know if I would say intentions with me. What is your intentions for? Yeah, because you're holding claim to somebody that you don't even know, you know, do you want to be married? Do you want to be in a serious relationship in the future? You know, how long? And then say, well, you know, see, I believe a man will put you in his future by talking about you, and you know where you are. But you should always ask, because there are a lot of women out here that in relationships with guys that they ain't never said nothing to.
Right.
They in imaginary relationships with Bruce and Charles and Claiborne. Yeah. And they, because it, you know, a man will have a good time with you, but that don't mean that you're his.
Wow.
And he will do it. Hold on. He will do it for a year.
Right.
If you never define it.
Yeah.
So the definition has to be the conversation you're saying.
30 days. 30 days. Now, if you watch this, if you've only been on one date with him in 30 days and you're seeing him again, no, you ain't got nothing.
Okay.
You're starting all over again. 30 days. You might, if y'all go, I'm talking about boom, if y'all going out 2 or 3 days out of the week, if you talking every day, if you're FaceTime, and it's hot and heavy, because some work like that in 30 days, then you need to say, hey, so what you know, do you want to date? Do you want a serious relationship? Do you want to commit? You see yourself getting married and all that kind of stuff. And then, okay, so where do you see me in the equation? And if you say, I'm just dating, I'm just seeing different people, you know where you are. And then you make the decision whether you want to play that game or not. See, everybody makes a decision. Yeah. And so, and I think men have to be honest and say what it is they want. Like, I've never told a woman that I wanted them if I didn't want them.
Correct.
I'll tell, here's what I'll say, and I'm done after this. I'm a Baptist preacher, so I got 3 closings. I'll say I'm not interested in a relationship. That don't mean that I'm really not interested in a relationship. That means I'm not interested in a relationship with you. So I've defined what this is. So you can either play or not, or you can have in your mind that you're going to change my mind, and you're not.
Yeah.
And this is not make a bear, build a bear. He's telling you. But if I say I'm interested in the relationship and I want to see where this is going, we own.
Yeah.
I don't play games with women.
Yeah.
That's how you get caught up, and they, especially when you have when you are influenced and you got a name, then it's I was in a relationship with him. No, I didn't.
Yeah, for sure.
No, you assuming that.
Right.
Okay, that's good. So 30 days is a good time to have that. And you guys would not feel bad if the woman brings it up, like, she's saying, so where are we going? Would it be that's okay for her to be the one who initiates that conversation?
I personally think when a woman opens up herself to hear from a man, she's putting herself in harm's way. I think the best way to measure a man is by his actions. She don't need to ask about his intentions. If he's interested in her, his intentions will walk down the time in front of her. She'll see that this man is trying to cordon me off. He's not necessarily trying to leave me open for just to be, up for chance and Bruce.
I got a little pushback, Charles.
Okay, come on. No, listen, I'm gonna tell you why I say that, because I personally, this is my personal experience. I happen to know, like, women will hold on to the very last word of what a man gives them.
And they should.
And I understand that, but listen, it is detrimental to their emotional system if I'm just feeding you game. So I can talk to you and tell you the best of the best. I can say all the great things, but it doesn't mean my action is ready to kick into mobility and get to working on it. It just depends on my intention. If my intention is real, I am going to move this along. You're not going to have to ask me, what am I doing this week? I'm going to be saying, so what are you doing this day? I want to see you this time. I want to do this. Oh, you're okay? Oh, don't worry. I can help you with that. He's going to be assertive. He's going to show you his tool belt. He's going to show you he's ready to build. He's not going to hide it. He's not going to do all the things. He's going to be upfront. But if he's like waiting, which is here's a bad thing that's happening today with some of us men. We are drawing women out of their femininity and causing them to become man-like by following and chasing us. Now we're kind of being so mysterious and mystical, and the woman is like, oh, I'm intrigued, and now she's becoming thirsty, and now she's stepping across the lines and looking bad. That's what's happening.
Here's where I have some problems. Okay. When does the blankety blank man grow up? Because when that game is done, when you say to me, we in a relationship. I know of people who said, they post on social media, I'm in a relationship, to just let the girl. She says, you know what? Look at this. Right. I'm gonna put that. But he's talking about the 10 girls he's seeing.
For sure.
So all 10 of them say, oh, he put that he's in a relationship with me. When do men stop playing the game? Can we look at 30, 40, 50, 60?
I just say men don't play games.
That's what I was going to say.
Men do play games.
Yes, men do play.
No.
Okay, so listen to me.
All right.
Help a sister out.
Men who are assured and confident and grounded, they don't play games, man. I gotta play no games with you. I'm not gonna try to trick my way into getting the cookies and all that kind of stuff, man. No.
It is happening.
Yeah, it's happening on both sides.
He's trying to tell you the difference between immature men and
for sure.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, but that's what I'm asking, and this is a sincere question.
See, that emotionally unavailable man, he's one of the reasons why he's emotionally unavailable is because he's in his logic trying to figure out that combination. How he gonna get it?
Correct.
See, that's game playing.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. When can a woman really say, you know what, he's in his 40s, let me leave him alone. By 50s, he's gonna be out of game. Or by 60, when can she feel she would encounter a man? When the man says, tomorrow I will do, or we in a relationship and she can go with this way.
It's not an age.
Yeah,
it's not an age. It's a mindset. Men don't get rid of toys and games. They just pay more for them.
That's it. There you go.
It's not a blanket. Like I still buy toys. Like I'm getting ready to buy a arcade game for my place. I got a slingshot.
Yeah.
My toys just got more expensive.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. That's not with everybody.
Right.
We make these blanket statements, Dr. Cheryl, I love you, but all men don't play games.
Right.
Some men do. All women don't play games.
I just need to know, how does
Some
a
women
woman identify a non-player?
Time is the revealer of all things. You have to take your time and it will reveal itself. If the representatives show up, eventually he will have to leave.
Ooh,
Ladies, you can't be thirsty.
Yeah.
You can't be thirsty and you got me a man and just ready to go and give up everything. No, let time reveal who he is. Now, Charles, this is what he was saying. I love you, man.
Yeah.
But I disagree with one thing.
All right.
There are some men that will do everything that you said. Some that will do everything you said, and he's doing the same thing with other people. They know how to work around schedule.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
Let me say, I have done it. So I know it's
Me too.
All right. You're right.
In the Bible, it says you're able to fool the very elect. They think that they're the only ones. So Charles, they can watch all they want to. He needs to state it, and you need to walk it out. Walk it out. But ladies, y'all move too freaking fast. Every relationship that I really wanted somebody, I moved too fast. I was married to my wife 20 years, okay? But we were only dating 6 weeks.
Wow.
And it lasted 20 years, but it still didn't last.
Wow.
Because we didn't have a foundation. We climbed the ladder without a foundation.
Yeah. And ministry probably assisted with those years. Right.
We shuffled through business, ministry, kids, and careers.
Yes.
And we did that well, but nothing else.
Yeah. And Dr. Cheryl, sorry. Go ahead, Claiborne.
The other thing is comparison, Dr. Cheryl.
Yeah.
Just because you had one player doesn't mean that the next guy is. You can't compare men. I'm not Charles, I'm not Bruce, I'm not Bishop, I'm me. But if you already, I don't care if you had 5 players, you got to believe that perhaps one will come that won't be. But if you already come with that mindset, then here's the thing. This is called ManCave.
Yes.
We are all men. We can all have man caves. But you cannot say, well, they all do the same thing. Absolutely not. Because I'm a cowboy. They probably are not. My man cave ain't going to be the same. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like man caves.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of man caves. I like being with my family. I'm not a fan. My office is, if you want to call it a man cave, where I do all my work at. But I don't have no space where I'm watching TV and it's just different and you can't come in here. I don't got that kind of space. That's not for me. But they may like it. The problem that I find with a lot of women is you come with this preconceived notion that all men. So if I do something like Charles, who might have been the guy before me, who might have been the player, I might do something like him. But so you automatically say, he got to be the same. No, baby. Because I can take you to 5 jewelry stores that can have all the same thing, but those jewelry stores do things different. And if you're so used to getting the ring that already got the stone in it, if I take you to a place up on the 7th floor or up on the 20th floor where you go into the jewelry where they close the door and they got the diamonds in one section and the ring in one section, that's a whole different type of jewelry store.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
It's a different experience. And I have taken women who are used to going to the regular store and getting the same kind of stuff. Then when I take you to something totally different and you in there and they hand you wine and they hand you cheese just to pick out diamonds. We're not even picking it out the piece that's going to be on the diamond, just the diamond alone. I'm not used to this. You got to come with a different experience. And I believe, and I do this, and I'll give my mic, with every woman. I've been hurt. Charles talked about it earlier. I've been hurt. I've been through some things, but I do not compare that woman to this woman. Yeah. Because that's why I tell people, I'm wide open. I've had women from the size 2 to size 22. I'm wide open, okay? Because the girl at 22, she was bad.
Yeah.
She was bad, and she was a caterer, Bishop. I should look as skinny as I am. I should have stayed with her. I would have been a lot more bigger. But she was a different woman than the size 2. And I couldn't make the comparison. So comparison can be a bad thing.
And Dr. Cheryl, what I was going to say that I really think that is really damaging the way women see men today as in terms of trying to avoid the player or the unavailable man. I'll tell you what's happening today. Honesty has become the new deceit. And I'll tell you what's happening. I can show up and say, well, you know, you look good, you look nice, but I want you to know I am married, I am a pastor, and I do have this and this going on, but I'm interested in you. And what you know what some of those women today will say, well, girl, he did, Bishop Davis did, he was honest with me, so I can deal with that. But listen, why deal with it? It's still deceitful, whether it's honest or not. He has a wife. I have a girl. If I have a woman, and if I told you I have one, but you're saying, I've heard women say, well, at least he wasn't playing games. He was up front, but he still is married. It doesn't change the scenario. So what difference does it make because he sat there? Can you digest it better because I told you the truth? Or it's the same outcome, right? Still looking up at the ceiling. Whether I got a wife, woman, I'm single, or whatever the case is, it ends up in the room. So my point is, if you're going to take a stand and command the better man to come forward in your life, then you can't give way to those scenarios and think you're going to get something out of it. Yeah.
So I'm hearing you guys, and I love when people disagree with me. We're in that place where you saying that what you present, men seem to like the nurturing of women.
Yes.
But not to be applied to them in terms of changing them into what she thinks he should be. So nurture, but don't. What you see is what you get, kind of thing. Is that what we're saying with the man? When the woman meets the man, what you're seeing is what you're getting.
Bishop, maybe you.
Unless her name unless her name is Holy Spirit, I don't think that she should come in with the. I think the association is going to bring about assimilation. It's going to be things that's going to cause me to grow as a result of being in a relationship with her. There are things that's good that like these brothers on this show, you know, iron sharpens iron. So these men are gonna sharpen me, but she can make me shine.
Yeah.
She can polish.
Okay, I like that. I like that. The men sharpen and she can make you shine.
Yeah.
She can enhance what is there. But her coming in and with a vision.
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on.
No, you're gonna lose, sis.
Right.
Hold on, Zion. She cannot come in with a vision.
No, not my word. You can't come in with a vision. Your vision has to be to help me.
Oh wow.
Hallelujah.
I'm gonna be that man. I'm going to say.
Give me a second.
Lean into what he's saying.
Yeah.
What he's saying. I mean, it sounds strange, but really lean into what he's saying.
Yeah.
Saying that the man is the head. If you're talking biblical, he's the head, and he has the vision for the family.
Right.
All right. And so she can share in the vision and she can share in with her goals.
Yeah.
But it's his vision. Okay. She can have goals. We're not taking away from her goals.
Yes.
But then they should fit into the whole scheme of the vision of the family too. Yeah. And even what he said about, see, women, ladies, you know, y'all got to stop this stuff thinking that you're going to get a man and change him.
Yeah.
You may enhance me.
Yeah.
You may help me.
Yeah.
I'm already who I am.
Yeah.
And I was already this before you came along. And if it's a successful man and ain't broken down and ain't broken, then you're not changing me. You can help me and enhance me, but you're not changing me, because there's 7.8 billion people in the world. And if you got to get one that you need to change, go find one of them that's already the way you want them. Because if I'm single, I'm going to get what I want. So I'm going to wait for the one that's already been defined for what I want, and not for what you want to make me. You want to make me What you want to make me out of your image when
Come
God
on, bro.
made me in his image.
Yeah.
Either you take what he made or go find one that
Yeah.
is exactly
It's
like
you.
you want.
Yeah.
Stop wasting your time with somebody
Right.
that you have to change. You want a project, go buy you a house and fix it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Project.
Yeah.
The ladies get on our stage in Clubhouse, and you know, because I know what I have to offer, man, and all that.
Yeah.
Well, man, been together before you even got there.
Right.
Yes.
He may not be what you want, but
Right.
he is what somebody
Someone
wants,
else's want.
and he will become polished, and he will be just what you want. Y'all got to stop that.
Yeah.
You're not here. You're not Florence Nightingale riding the horse to save the day.
Right.
Mm.
Wow.
Okay.
Now,
All
Doc,
right.
was that too brutal?
No, that was straightforward.
That
That's
is what
straightforward.
I have been
Yeah.
trying to say since ManCave started.
But Bruce, I think it's the way. I think people have problems digesting the way you set it out. But you both were speaking the same thing, because in short, the man has the responsibility. If he's the head, he's being held accountable. So his vision should go forth, and his spouse should intertwine and complement that vision for the house.
Now, to the woman's defense.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Now this is come on, now we're gonna get bad. Come on.
I do this on Monday night, and I
And
want to show
Bishop
with
drinks
Bishop.
his water.
Well, I do this on Monday night. He already know.
I know. This is
To
him.
the
Come on.
woman's defense,
Yeah.
she has been told her whole life that she's the prize.
Mm.
She has been told, be it scripturally, be it the world standard, everything. They got a whole aisle that's for a woman. We got this little section in the supermarket for a man. Back in the 80s, and Dr. Cheryll, you'll remember, y'all had Cosmopolitan and Red Book, and there was a whole bunch of stuff to teach. We didn't have none of that. Now Charles, we got stuff for our face, and we got stuff for
everything.
We just getting it the last 15 years, maybe. We just getting it.
Yeah.
They've been had stuff. They've been
Yeah,
having
we late
stuff
to the
for
party.
years.
Yeah, we late.
Even down to the toys. We got G.I. Joe men and stuff. They got whole kitchens and beauty salons. And they have been even clothes. I got 5 daughters, so trust me, I spent a lot of money. I wish I'd have had some boys. I could have put a couple jeans together, some shirts. That'd have been done. Oh no. My little 5 princesses. They had socks that had ribbons on it. They had, come on, Dr. Cheryl, you know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
They've been look, we all, me, Charles, and Bishop is up here bald headed. She got black hair. We ain't in this league. You ain't in this. They own Instagram. We all the men is on there looking at them. They own. Oh, come on. Sports Illustrated, Charles, is a man's magazine.
That's
but they have one magazine every year.
Yeah.
That is the swimsuit
edition,
model.
Edition. Yeah.
Guess what? It's the most requested and the most brought. Sports Illustrated is that swimsuit.
Yeah.
Now I say this to say that the woman has been presented that way all the time. That whenever she comes with the mind, I'm the prize, and I'm going to make you better. She comes with that mindset. Until you meet men like us who say, I don't need you to make me better.
Correct.
I'm already not enhance me, not make my business. I don't need you to change me. She comes with that mindset. She's been picking up for her little brother, for her father. She's been doing that all her life. So she come in your life. She feels like you married her, you dated her, you need her.
Yes.
She doesn't even realize, even on our Clubhouse stages, that sometimes y'all really needed us.
Yes.
Because the truth of the matter is, I was here first.
Wow.
God brought you to me.
Yeah.
He did not bring me to you. He brought you to me. He made you from me. So in other words, you are part of me. I don't need to fix it. Okay, I'm just okay.
They're gonna fight you. Yeah, they're gonna fight you. Yeah.
Bishop Davis and Prophet, you guys need your car washed. You need the bags carried.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man.
Listen, I just got the wind up thing.
Can I say this right quick?
Yes, sir.
We may not need them, but we want them.
Yes. Yeah,
I don't need you.
they're vital.
Yeah, I may want you,
Yeah.
but I don't need you because I
Yeah.
can pay for the things that you bring.
Ooh.
I can pay for a cook.
Yeah.
I can pay for somebody to clean my house. I already do it.
Yeah.
I can pay somebody to do all those things because that's not really what I want you for.
Wow.
At 59 and have had, Charles, what you said, somebody that we built a career together. All I want now is somebody to love me genuinely.
For me.
Not for Bishop Greg Davis,
Yeah.
teachers, relationship coach, all
Yeah.
the stuff I do, but for Greg.
Yeah. Period.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because you can even pay for sex if you want that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, you can say.
I'm
as you're talking, I'm thinking,
You
but you
said
can
it.
also pay for.
No, but that's true. You can pay for everything.
Yeah,
You're
you
right.
can
He-
pay for
he-
everything.
Hey, you pay for it anywhere you go. You're gonna pay
Absolutely.
your wife,
Yeah.
you're gonna pay your girlfriend,
Yeah, for
you're
sure.
gonna pay the hoe. You're gonna
Yeah.
pay somebody.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Female. F-E-E male. Female.
Yeah.
It's going to
Ooh.
cost you
Yes,
Oh.
sir. He did
Good
it.
stuff. Good stuff. Good
That
stuff.
was good, Claiborne.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
good.
good.
Yeah.
Female. Oh
It's
no.
gonna cost you something, brother.
Yeah, for sure. You better
Exactly.
You
believe it.
better believe. So they say on my stage, you don't have to pay for your wife. Oh yes, you
Yes,
do.
you do. Yeah,
Let me
for
tell you
sure.
something. You think she got that? You think she got that washing machine for nothing? You think she got that car for nothing? You absolutely are out of your mind. You tell your wife, all I want you to do is give me stuff, and I ain't buying you nothing.
Yeah.
And you won't be getting nothing, okay?
Right.
So you pay for
Right.
it like Bishop said, one way or the other.
Another.
You are
That's
Yeah.
so
paying
good.
for it.
Listen,
Yeah.
If a man like me come in with 2 cars, I got a good car, and I got maybe not a good car. Every man gives the brand new car to his
Yeah.
woman.
to the to the
Yeah.
woman. Yeah.
To the
And
woman.
I don't think we recognize those things. There's I get into a lot of trouble because, like, my book is His Heart, Her Voice. I interviewed 900. I want to hear the mind of the man. And the women, I promise you're going to see it in the comments. Well, women do this too. But I think, like, Prophets is saying, we've seen that all over the place.
Yeah.
And women are telling women how to deal with men.
Yeah.
You know what? The people who come to my practice, they benefit from this because this is what I take now. And I can say, I know, I'm not saying I agree 100%, but this is what the man says.
Yeah.
And this is what I share from the male perspective. So I think this is awesome.
Yeah.
That whole female thing hit me hard.
Yeah, that's
I don't
serious.
know if I will recover from that. But
So welcome back to season 2 of She Shed with Dr. Cheryl Holmes. We are going deeper and deeper this season, exposing myths, telling the truth, and getting to the heart of the matter. So we look forward to seeing you this season, October 4th through October 15th. Pull up a chair, grab your boo, and let's get down and do the do.
We're going to get some final words from you guys. I wish we can continue some more with this. Charles.
Yeah.
Give me some final words. What? Give us some nuggets, some more nuggets. We're greedy today.
I would say what I see being an issue in love today is we are no longer approaching it from an individual standpoint. We are desiring to be fully immersed, drowned, if you will. But if you are an individual, if you both come to the relationship, to the marriage, and you maintain your status of individuality while being one, you're able to both individually contribute to the love. That's both of you saying, hey, I'm going to add this today. You're going to add 35% tomorrow. I'll add the 70, this, that, and the other, whatever. The case is, when you are finding yourself today just wanting to be, let's just be all love goes and let's drown in it, you're no longer to reap from it. I mean, you're no longer able to reap from it because you are drowning and you're not able to function the way you should. But you should separate from that, contribute to that, and you both would appreciate it much more. You appreciate the product that you're building in love together, because you'll realize that we both are taking in the actual effort to make this work. And we're not just saying that we're here stuck and we're in love and somebody's not being heard, somebody's not feeling appreciated. But when you individually contribute, you individually give your part. And that's what makes connections and relationships work.
This has been so good. This is so good. I wish I could just kind of stay here. You guys are, powerhouse. And when we get the testimonies, and this is why we do what we do, where people come in and they say they actually get help, not just the people, not just the women, but also the men, and not just the men in the audience, but we've seen it so many times with men who are part of the panel. Thank you so much, Charles.
Thank you.
We'll see you again on the next round.
Yes.
Okay. Bishop. Woo! Listen, this has been so good. This has been so good. Give us some more. Give us some more. We're greedy. You're a Baptist preacher. I think you closed twice. You have one more close in you. Let us know. Give us your closing remarks.
I just think in dating, being data, make sure you get all the data, and make sure that you take your time to get data, and listen to not only what they're saying, but listen to what they're not saying. Because in the what they're not saying, there's just as much in what they're saying. And take your time and watch. Don't be so anxious. Enjoy your single life. Have a table for one. Enjoy you, that you're not so desperate and thirsty when somebody come along and they are dangling a good time, because you can show yourself a good time.
I like that. So you're saying you can take yourself to dinner. You can
show yourself a good time.
Show yourself a good time.
So when they come, you're not desperate for a good time. Like, you can tell a woman that has not been anywhere, they'll order surf and turf immediately.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're not used to that. A woman that's used to that should be like, oh no, I'm just getting a hamburger, because that's what she really want. And so show yourself a good time. So when they show up, you don't seem so desperate and anxious for a good time already.
That's so good. Bishop, we're going to get your book. We're going to follow you on I got a chance to go into Clubhouse. He's lethal over there, guys. So let's just join him. Bishop, thank you so much. Until the next time. All right, let's see. Let's go to the prophet. Prophet, close us out. You guys were just lethal. My staff just said they're running around their bed as as they're listening to you. Give us a few more nuggets before you leave.
Well, I would help in relationship, and I would help in marriage. I always say, when you win together. When you lose together. And so what you've got to understand in marriage is that you all are a team. You are a team. And when you're a team pulls each other through this. In other words, the team never sees the other person lose. There is a goal that we have in mind. What is the vision of the marriage? What is the mission of the marriage? There's a goal. And so while one group gets you to the relationship, I believe in helping you get through it. Gotta know that sometimes you gotta get this dance together. You gotta get there. When you first start dancing, you step on each other's toes. But after a while, man, it becomes easier. It becomes smoother, and relationship can grow and can build. I believe that if you come in with the mindset of being patient, being open, and being receptive, you can really make a relationship and a marriage work.
I like the analogy about the dance, because that's really like that. I think T.D. Jakes said one time that it's the movement around the curve when you're on a motorcycle. Is that bend. So that bend where you both have to, one person can be on this side and the other on that side. When you're going around the bend in your relationship, you really have to lean on the same side. Yeah, this is so good. I know we're gonna have you again, Prophet, and I'm gonna be joining your Clubhouse there to see if this was so good. I want some more. Until next time. Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna find out. Bruce.
Listen, doctor. I have to be completely selfish on this show. after these 4 years. This show here was for me. I feel that my convictions have been confirmed by these great men of God, the wisdom, the experience that they have. I feel as though that my strong, sometimes overbearing sounding opinions, that the philosophy and the understanding behind those somewhat strong, somewhat overbearing opinions have been confirmed.
And I agree. I really agree. And just to be very, 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 very candid with you, it's not that what you're saying is wrong. It's just have you ever been rebuked by someone? They're right, you're wrong, but little flesh just like so I think that's what you get from the responses. I know there's some people in the comments and stuff like that who would want
my head on the platter.
The head on the platter. Yeah, head on the platter. But you are bringing out and saying some things that we need said. We need to, and truth be told, I like the fact that you're bringing it, because I've seen times where other men come in and they're just like, yeah, there's some people who are just fanning the flame behind you. You may not even see them, just saying, talk, Bruce. Go ahead, Bruce. So I hope you are encouraged to continue being your authentic self, because we need that. We need the questions that you ask are questions that it's like we have the rose and we want to smell the rose, but you got picked by the thorn. So it's part of the package. So be encouraged. We love what you do.
Absolutely. And I absolutely thank the brothers. God bless them. I feel like I have found two generals.
Yes, sir.
In this movement that I will definitely continue to follow.
Yes, sir. Yes,
absolutely.
So would I. Well, this has been one amazing time. We had Charles Dixon, Bruce, Prophet Claiborne, and Bishop Greg, and we want to walk away understanding. And women, I hope you see how precious this is. And some of us have been praying for answers. And sometimes God shows up in ways that is not traditional. In these conversations, the reason I like to have more than one person there at times is because they vibe off of each other. The conversation just moves from one to the other. So we realize this is not just one man's opinion, but it represents what men talk about. We don't have to fight each other. We have to just, there are times that it's very important for us to just sit down and listen. And if you see me, sometimes it's not just like that, I don't want to blah, 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 but it interrupts the flow. This has been good. Even for me, I learned a lot on tonight. So take notes, make sure you share this, put a star on this, and make sure you save it and use it in your discussion with your youth and whoever else you can. Share it in groups and everything else, because this has been amazing. Again, my name is Dr. Cheryll Holmes. I'm a psychologist and family therapist, and this is season 4 of ManCave Conversation. Until next time, bye-bye.